So I just saw a TikTok basically saying tell a story about the first time you ever experienced pretty privilege. I have a different prompt. Tell a story about the first time you realized people thought you were ugly. Now this one was a real defining moment of my childhood. So mine was at church, and before service for us we would play like a game or something. And in this game you had to match up like the first letter of your name to like an adjective. Like say your name is fucking like Sarah or something, like Sweet Sarah, you know? So, you're playing the game, and then I couldn't think of anything anymore, so I said Pretty Patricia, because that's my name. And this fucking fentanyl ferret, fucking snow roach, fucking ugly ass, fucking raccoon ass, fucking bitch said, she turned to her friend and said, well, that isn't true. I didn't think we could lie now. That is basically what she said. She basically called me ugly, and it really hurt, and it really stuck with me until I hit puberty.
Okay, so the absolute first time has to be when I was in like the 4th grade. I went to a predominantly white school. There was only one other black girl in like my entire grade, all the fixins. I don't know how or why it started, but basically it was a group of guys who used to ask me out as like a joke. So basically what would happen is they would send one person over wherever I was. They would talk to me for a little minute to be like, so do you want to go out? And we were in 4th grade. I was like, yeah. And so then he would be like, no, I'm just joking, and turn around laughing. And my thing is, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand the joke. I'm replaying through our conversation, trying to figure out when he made a joke because I didn't understand what was so goddamn funny. Like, I didn't make a joke. He, for what I know, did not make a joke. And I just couldn't figure out. And this happened multiple times, by the way. This happened a few times. Your girl was, in fact, a dumbass. And it took me a while. It took me a good week or two. But then I realized, oh, it was me. I was the joke.
So multiple times I realized people thought I was ugly, but there's one time I won't forget. It was in our sophomore year. This really cute guy just came into our grade, and everyone thought he was cute. I thought he was cute, but we shared a history class, and he sat behind me, I think, or next to me, and he came up to me and told me, "Oh my gosh, you're really really pretty," and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you, thank you," and all the girls that were with him, I've never talked to them in my life. Maybe I smiled at them before, but talked to them, no. And they all came up to me and told me, oh my gosh, you're right, she's really, really pretty. And there was this one girl I didn't like. We never vibed. I think that's what it was. She came up to me and she told me, oh my gosh, you're actually really, really pretty. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? What did I look like before?
So when I was like 16, I was at, I ran track. So I was at nationals with my friends, my teammates. It was 3 of us. And basically we were walking around, thinking we're so cute, whatever. And these 3 guys approached us, 3 and 3. I'm thinking, oh, it's balanced. We better get shows, blah, blah, blah. And they come up to us and they say, hey, can we take pictures with y'all? And we're like, okay. And the guys hand me the phone and say, yeah, can you take the picture? We're trying to take a picture with them. And I was so hurt inside, but I didn't want to show it, so I took the pictures. And then I kind of went off by myself, and I did not talk to anybody else the rest of that whole meet weekend.
So for the majority of my life, I've been called fat and ugly and everything. But it really hit me when I was gonna go all girly, wear dresses and everything, skirts, and look pretty with makeup. And like my parents were like, no, that's what skinny girls wear. I think you should just stick to the jeans. And I kid you not, I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was normal to say something like that. But, here I am.
I realized this back in elementary school, but we won't go back that far. Starting off, people would just randomly come up to me and call me ugly, like to my face for no reason. When I would ask to be rated, this is what I got. I would get this. Random people on Instagram would send me stuff like this for no reason. In high school, people would draw like these really ugly people things on the board and then say it was me. I was told that I would never be loved in high school because of the way I looked. Yeah. People would always record me. I said that in my last video. I'll give the same example I gave in my last video. Yeah, so someone sent this video out and everyone was screenshotting it and sending it around. I was just minding my business, doing nothing. Sitting next to some boy sophomore year, he just randomly said, oh, fat, ugly B or something like that, and like thought he was funny. I thought we were friends. He got mad when I told my dad said something to him. called ugly, fat, and disgusting every single day freshman and sophomore year. One more example for you. Super fun times for me. One word, body dysmorphia.
Okay, so one time I was at school and my friend posted a video of me and his friend slid up and he was like, oh bro, she's bomb, like, you know, what's her ass? So give him that, whatever. But he's like texting my friend right next to me, asking him like, oh, is she pretty and all that? He's like, yeah, she's pretty. And he's like, what's her body like? And we both read the message at the same time. And he looked at me and was like, my friend was like, what do you want me to tell him? And I was like, ah! And I was like, just leave him unopened. That's kind of when I realized, like, you know what? Maybe I should start going to the gym. Get on a oxygen diet. But yeah, that's the first time I realized that, I mean, I was just cute. I wasn't even pretty.
That's easy. It was the very first day of kindergarten, like my very first time, like, you know, in public. A boy comes up to me and says, you're the ugliest girl in the world. So yeah, that really set up my self-esteem for the rest of my life. So basically I never really came back from that.
Not the first but the loudest experience. I've been wanting to make this video, but I wasn't sure if I was able to tell the story, but I feel like I'm okay now. So jump back to primary school. I'm probably about 10 years old and we are in golden time, which is basically when you have a free period in the afternoon on Fridays. You can just do whatever you want. I'm minding my absolute business drawing by myself because I spent a lot of primary school by myself, so I learned to just, do you know what I mean? Like, I was never really too involved in the passer. And then the main group of girls who already was bullying the fuck out of me, but they basically done this whiteboard thing where they put all the girls' names at the top and we're going around tallying who was like the prettiest girl based on everyone's opinion. And they do this type of shit all the time, but usually they ask if you want to be on the board because it's like a game. But I didn't ask to be put on the board. So understandably, the most popular girl got the most votes, cool, whatever. But then they found it absolutely hilarious that I got no votes at all and wanted to come over to me, disturb my peace while I'm drawing and just let me know that like nobody voted for me in the whole class and were laughing in my face. So that was fun.
Whenever we played Scooby-Doo, I had to be Scooby-Doo. I couldn't be Daphne or Velma. And every time we played Powerpuff Girls, I couldn't be the one with the black hair. I had to be Mojo Jojo. The other kids would only let me play house with them if I was the dog. And Victoria, if you're watching this, started the Barbie club that I couldn't join because I didn't have a Barbie. And then I finally got a Barbie, and then she started the Loose Tooth Club, so I couldn't play with them. And then when I lost a tooth, they started the Blonde Hair Club. I couldn't join that one.
Bro, no cap. Swear to God this happened, bro. I'm in college, right? Bro, I'm at a party, dolo, right? No, I wasn't dolo like I came there with somebody, but I was basically dolo. And bro, it was I think that was the second, no, that was this was my second year, so it was like my fourth party at that school. I said fourth because the school parties was trash. But I'm sitting on the wall posted like this, just like looking around. Bro, I put this on me, bro. Swear. This girl looks at me. She goes, everyone here is so fucking ugly. Bro, that shit broke my heart because, like, I know, like, I'm ugly. I'm not ugly, like. Nah, I'm just kidding. But, like, it really broke my heart. Like, I was the last straw, you know. You know what I'm saying? I was dead her last straw. She was ugly, too, though.
So, I actually have a lot of these. When I was in middle school, I was a little shy, so like nobody was really checking for me. But when I got to high school, that's when everything started going downhill. One time I accidentally liked the group rates thing on Instagram. They all rated me a 5 or 6. I had a lot of pretty friends. A lot of guys would come to me to ask me to put them on with my friends, and no one ever asked to get put on with me. And that's the same for social media, because I post my friends. People just slide up, who that? Put me on, put me on, put me on. I get posted on their social medias. Crickets. This the worst one, and it's recent. I went to Miami with a group of girls, and every time we encountered some guys, let's just say I was not the chosen one. It was so bad that I tried to shoot my shot at a guy, and he was very dry, but I got his Snapchat. He slid up on my Snap where I posted with my friend and said, what's her Snapchat?
I have a twin. Like, we're very different. We're fraternal twins, so we look like sisters, but we don't look like twins, I guess. She's blonde, and she has blue eyes, and she has big bunkers, and you know. You see this, make it better. We're new at one school, and when I told that she was my sister and stuff, they were like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I was like, yeah, she's really pretty. There was this one guy that he was like, yeah, you guys are so different. He proceeded to keep going. Even people like next to me were like, bro. I was like, I know. I think I did a list from the most beautiful girls to the most ugly. She got up in third. I was at the very bottom. Oh, and also she gave me the shirt. Love Bling 800. Yeah, love herself. Since no one else will. Anyway.